Hello everyone, my name is Yasmin and this is my channel Yasmin's Made with Love. Today is Monday the 20th of November and this is episode number 57. If you are here for the very first time, welcome, and if you are my returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've recorded last, and as we know, the past 2 weeks weren't beautiful, they weren't uplifting. We are witnessing genocide, we're witnessing injustice, we're witnessing lots of horrible things. So definitely the past 2 weeks were really difficult. Difficult for many from both sides of the conflict. Lots of hatred, lots of injustice, lots of things we've learned. Maybe not so much we as an adult, because I do believe then there is a big number of people who already knew those things, but I'm gonna tell you what our children have learned from the governing bodies of this world. They have learned 5 things. They've learned, first of all, democracy, it's an illusion. Second of all, they've learned that human rights and justice only applies to few. They have learned that British values are just the empty slogans and they should not be taught at school because they don't reflect. Our government is not reflecting those values. Number 4, there's no such thing as a free speech. I mean, the free speech only happens when it's followed by propaganda script. And a 5, free press, free social media, free journalism does not exist. We live in a matrix. It's sad, it's 2023. We're watching in our television, history repeats itself, and it breaks our hearts. It breaks our hearts. So the past 2 weeks, I have not been stitching very much. I have been designing quite a lot. I have been trying to get rid of my frustration with everything what has been happening, and kind of channel this into something creative and something uplifting. So I have been designing a lot. So the first chart I have designed, it is house divided, and I'm going to include a picture over here because I haven't stitched it yet. I am going to do I will do my very best to start stitching this very soon. This chart refers to the current situation of two different point of view and the lack of any harmony or common grounds to actually try to resolve that. So if you are interested in this chart, it is available through my Facebook group, but also if you don't want to join my Facebook group, I also pin this chart into my link tree in my Instagram account. So that's the first design I have designed, but I haven't stitched. The second design I designed and I stitched is called Stitching for Peace, and this is the design. It was my response to all of the hatred and all of the horrible messages I have been receiving on Instagram. Not to making myself a victim, because I'm far away from that. This conflict is not about me. This project calls for unity, calls for peace and harmony within a community. We are, surrounding ourselves. It is available for exchange of £10 donation into the PCRF. I'm sorry, why am I thinking about something else? My brain is a chaos. Lots of things it's been going around. It's really hard to collect the thoughts, so if I am saying something which doesn't make sense to you, it's just because it's hard for me to put my thoughts together. So this chart is available in exchange for a £10 donation to the PCRF organization, which provides the humanitarian and medical aid to children in Gaza. In order to claim the chart, please do directly donation into a charity and then emailed me the confirmation of your donation into on my email address, which is Yasmin'sMadewithLove@gmail.com. The email address and all of the information will be included in the description box. I stitched my one with called for DMCs on 32 count vintage country mocha linen. Love it. I've also designed a third pattern, which I'm going to include a picture over here. At this moment, or before I go any further, this chart is available through donation and until the end of the year. So in order to get it, you would have to send a donation confirmation into my email address, and I will be emailing you a copy. From January next year, this chart became it will be part. It will be added into my Etsy store, and 100% profit from selling this chart will be going into the charity, the PCRF. And obviously, we all know that Etsy is, is charging fees for for all the transactions, so I will be covering the difference of those fees just to ensure the full amount of money is actually going into the charity. Now, the third design I have produced, it is called the Land of Tetris. I have been educating and I have been studying and I have been reading a lot about the traditional Palestinian embroidery and cross stitch, which is called Tetris. It is a wonderful ancient tradition, art of embroidery. I truly advise everyone to go and have a look for yourself. I'm not going to be doing homework for you. If you are interested, if you want to learn more about the other cultures and their heritage stitching and art, then I advise you to do a little bit of reading. So at this moment, this chart is not available for general release. It's been donated to Lina Thorpe one-on-one Tetris workshop, which is an online course which teaches you the ancestry of Palestinian Tetris and also gives you tips and advice how to design your own Tetris. I am planning to add this chart into my Etsy store from next year as well. However, the 100% proceed from this, chart will be donated to institution which cultivates and look after the the ancient art of the dress. So there is a few organizations I am looking at. Obviously, I will be reaching out to experts in the field to make sure then those money actually go into institutions who can do some goods in order to preserve and teach Tetris for the further generations. After that, I've also stitched something which is again designed by Palestinian designer. Her name is Hiba. Her Instagram handle it is Hiba's Stitch. She designed this beautiful chart which refers to Palestine and Palestinian nation. So they are all symbols, which is the watermelon, the symbols of Palestinian not being able to put their flags out. So that's one of the symbols. The top is the Tetris, the traditional motif. Also the olives, which refers to the people connection to the land. And then the middle motif is this design which can be found or is seen on those traditional scarves which you can see in the Arab world. And this chart is available for exchange of donation. So I'm going to leave the link to Hiba's Stitches Instagram handle. So you basically email to her, you do the donation, and then she sends you the chart. So this is all kind of stitching which I have done in order to heal, to kill my pain. I know I sound like I am making this all about me, but it is my coping mechanism to go to sleep every night. I kind of feel like it is my responsibility as an adult, as a mother, as a parent to spread awareness and teach my children compassionate, to be compassionate, to be human, to have emotions, to feel, and not being able to don't be scared to say that something is wrong and something is unjustful. So I am doing my part as a parent and as a human to acknowledge the fact that everything what is been happening out there, it's not fair and is unjustful, and it actually has happened in 2023. So I've also did a little bit of other stitching, but I didn't find very much joy of stitching, so my focus was mainly on designing. However, I have managed to finish the Owl Forest Embroidery Baba Yaga, which again was the kit I purchased many years ago before the war with Ukraine and between Russia and Ukraine. So this is finished. I still have got, I think, 2 kits to finish to complete the whole series. After that, I have started the second cushion for my new coming studio. So this is the first one I showed you not so long ago, and it is by Etsy seller, which is not longer available. So I bought 4 patterns which are kind of, you know, the same. So they have got like a large folk looking birds which are very colorful. So this is the first one I stitched. Now I've started the second one, and the second one looks like this, and this will be the second one. So again, I am using my own colors which are very similar to colors called for, and I am stitching this on identical fabric like the cushion over here, which is a 32 count buttermilk fabric flap. And this is how much I have. Oh, which way is it going to? Oh, it's going like this. So this is how much I have done so far. It's really lovely stitch. It's very colorful. It is mainly block of colors, so it goes very quickly. So I work on this for quite a few evenings as well. And I also, once I finish this one, I will be stitching this one, but of course I will change the colors and use a different palette. So my cushions are actually very colorful, and each of them has got a different palette color. And last project I've worked on, it is Meloka Design Secret Stitch Along, which started I think October 13, 14, and 3 parts have been released so far. I am very behind because I was waiting until more than 2 parts were released. So I only started now because I already know the placement, and I am very confident with placing my first stitch on. So I've removed this needle minder because, you know, I don't want you to know what the animal is, and also needle minder, it is part of the secret. So this is how much I have done. Not very much. So I am hoping to add a few more stitching into this project in the next few days. Yeah, and that's pretty much all my stitching I have done in the past, maybe not quite 2 weeks, I think a little bit less than 2 weeks, but yeah, I kind of find it really difficult to focus. I find it difficult to concentrate. I read a lot. I watch variety of medias as well, because we are able to verify how much information has been misleading and how much information was untruthful as well about the whole situation. So I am trying to get the information from variety of sources and then draw my own conclusion onto it, because, you know, critical thinking, it's really important skills in this type of conflict. Anyway, I have not been shopping much. However, my orders arrived, which I placed before. So this is the Fiber on the Whim fabric club from Patchwork Rabbit, and this is 32 count with Belfast. So it's really lovely, kind of natural, very similar to Vintage Country Mocha, maybe a little bit, let me see, Yeah, maybe vintage country mocha is a little bit lighter. And now also the 2 last advent calendars have arrived. So if you watch my previous video, you know I had a calendar for from the Birds and Blend. It's a tea advent calendar. I'm really sorry, I had a brain freeze. So I will start opening the boxes from the 1st of December during my Flossmas. I've also showed you the advent calendar from Paula Pantini. Now this morning the thread advent calendar from Tom and Lily Creation arrived as well, and there is and there are 25 envelopes. Not being particularly gentle with this box, but there are 25 envelopes here, beautifully wrapped, and I look forward to check what is inside. Oh, I think there are some also other stuff than thread, so I look forward to see what is inside. And the 4th one, the last, which I've ordered in advance, it is Meloka Designs 12 Days of Stitchness, and you've got the 2 options because there are 12 envelopes, so you can either start from 1st to 12th of December, or you can start from 13th of December and then last envelope to be opened on the Christmas Day. I will be opening my one from the 1st of December because I'm very impatient. So now the goodies inside, they are put into an envelopes, so I am really looking forward to see what is inside each of this envelope. I also had a giveaway, and I was giving away last week this chart, which is the key to growth, and I'm going to put the name of the winner across the screen at this moment. And I also had a giveaway for the new chart, which is this one, which is the Flip and Lola, and I will again put the name of the winner down below, I mean here across the screen. So if you have seen your name and you are the winner, please email me at Yasmin'sMadewithLove@gmail.com and send me your physical address so I can post this to you as soon as possible. So this video is not very long, but you know, but that's what has been going on with everything in my creative space, so I don't have anything else to tell you. I will see you all on 1st of December during the Flossmas. So have a good 2 weeks. I hope then stitching brings you comfort, and you find a little bit of peace in the world, you know, which overwhelms us with all of those information. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.